yesterday to get some video of the old McCoy house. Dropped the phone, it turned off, stopped recording. We get home to put the video together. We're missing the ending. So I came on down past the old cabin is up that way. If you go back behind me is Hardy, Kentucky, and you know that area, Pike County. But we're coming up this way. I wanted to show you something. We mentioned the Forbidden Cemetery with Hulbert, Farmer, and Randall Jr., the three boys from the killing over there. Also, Randolph McCoy, when the Hatfields raided the McCoy house the night that they burned the house to the ground, and you know, and all this stuff, and beat Sarah McCoy in the back of the head with a rifle butt. But Cotton Top Hatfield, the one who was, you know, a little bit off in the head, he shoots the little girl in the back, Randolph McCoy. She's also in this cemetery. Now, it's called the Forbidden Cemetery for a reason. It's actually forbidden. You're not allowed to go there. It's owned by someone who simply doesn't want to be involved. They don't want tourists on their property. They don't particularly care for McCoys. So yeah, there is still a little bit of this stuff going on these days. But anyhow, we're gonna go up and I'll show you where you park at, and then I'll get out and show you the old McCoy's house site and what's left of it, and the well and all that stuff. But from right here, we're just down below the site, and I just did this right here. I wanted to park here so I could actually show you this place. But anyhow, as soon as this truck goes, we'll head on up and show you the old McCoy's house site and what's left of it, and the well and all that stuff. But from right here, we're just down below the site, and I just did this right here. I wanted to park here so I could actually show you this place. But anyhow, as soon as this truck goes, we'll head on up. You see a few coal trucks here still. Not as many as we used to have, but a few. Anyhow, it's just right up here. Pretty little neighborhood, little country road. I actually lived right back behind me a little ways, a place called Narrows Branch. Okay, we're coming up on it. Oh, almost drove right by it. That is the road leading up to the cemetery, and you can see the sign right there. No parking allowed, no one on property, blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing. But right up here is the old home place, Randall's home place. And they have a parking area on the left going up. If you're coming down from the cabin, you know, it's on your right. But that's it right there. And we'll just pull off. Probably drag. Nope, not this time. But as you can see, they have a designated parking area. And we'll just go with it. I was going to do this in 2 shots, but we'll do it in 1 consecutive shot. But you can see, you know, pretty little area. There's signs. Yeah. See, this is the sign that actually goes to the Forbidden Cemetery down there. This sign, it was at the cabin for a long time, and they moved it down here. The guy who owns the land, the Forbidden Cemetery, he, like I said, he doesn't want any part of any of this stuff. So this sign for now is here until his passing. Then we'll see about it, you know, next generation, we'll see. But anyhow, this is where his home place was. It was back behind this house, but they have an entrance right over here. And you can see parking. Pretty place. Now this guy here, if you catch him, he tells you some really good stories. He's good at this. He's good at what he does. He knows his stories. He's got all kinds of stuff in the garage, memorabilia, artifacts, all sorts of different things. The house is set back in there. And none of this, obviously these houses weren't here. And that was, you know, horse trail going down through there. This was all his front yard. All this was Randall's front yard. Now, they have a, you know, donation bucket out here. And I'll hit this on the way back out. I highly encourage you guys to do the same. You know, anytime you've got, you know, public access to your land, that sort of thing, you have to have insurance and maintenance and other associated costs. So always a good thing to, you know, pitch in a little bit, preserve this stuff for future generations. This is where it was. This is where his house was. His house sat right back in here, right behind the statue, right back in there, and you can see the wooden carved statue of Randall. A little out of breath, not as young as he used to be. Well site, and there's the well itself. That's actually Randall McCoy's old well, right there. Hello. Hello. But you can see it's hand dug, and you can see the water down in the bottom. But the house, you can see the Diggers, the TV show Diggers. They came out and they did, you know, a bunch of investigations, and they found a whole bunch of artifacts and supposedly found the very bullet that killed Alifair McCoy. Not sure how they did that, you know, maybe, I'm not really sure, but that's the rumor anyway. But supposedly the house was right here, and all this, you know, yard, that kind of thing. The night that the Hatfields came over, you know, to murder the entire family, basically, they burned the house down, and supposedly Alifair, she takes off running up through there, and Cotton Top was waiting on her, and as soon as she took off running up through there, he shoots the bull in the back. Pretty much everything about this story, the Hatfields and McCoys had the worst possible outcome you can imagine. A beautiful little spot. It's back in there, back in the mountains, way back in Kentucky, middle of nowhere. Beautiful little place. I can just imagine it from Randall's day. You know, there was none of these houses were here, and it was just a horse path, you know, going down through there. You probably didn't see your neighbors once a month. You know, you'd see someone, something like that. Anyway, I just wanted to bring you guys over here, come back and make sure we had a good video, had a good ending for our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And get you one last shot, one last surround shot. You can see the statue, the well, the house was back there, and the field, basically their yard, going back up through there. backyard. Hope you guys enjoyed.